Barnaby's big boast. Barnaby the mule had spent the whole morning napping in the soft, green grass. The sun was warm on his back, and the bees hummed a sleepy tune. After his long rest, he felt refreshed, strong, and full of energy. Suddenly, Barnaby jumped up. He kicked his heels high into the air and dashed across the meadow. He felt as light as a feather and as fast as the summer wind. "Look at me," he cried to the sky. "I am the fastest animal in the valley." He stopped by the wooden fence where his friend Clover the goat was nibbling on some daisies. "Clover," Barnaby said, puffing out his chest so far that he nearly tipped over, "I have realized something amazing. I must be the son of a famous champion racehorse." Clover stopped chewing and tilted her head. She watched as Barnaby began to strut back and forth along the fence line, holding his head high like a king. "A racehorse?" she asked, her small brass bell jingling. Barnaby nodded. Only a racer could feel this much power in his legs. Just then, the farmer arrived with a heavy wooden wagon filled with golden hay. It was time for the autumn harvest. Barnaby was hitched to the wagon, his grand dreams of racing still dancing in his head. He thought he would fly across the fields. The sun climbed higher and the air grew hot. Barnaby pulled and pulled, but the wagon was very heavy. His hooves sank into the soft dirt as he struggled to move the load up the long, winding hill. The racehorse inside him felt very quiet now. By the afternoon, Barnaby's legs felt like heavy stones. He wasn't dashing or leaping anymore. He was slow and steady, taking one careful, strong step at a time. The work was hard, and his fancy dreams began to fade away with every inch he moved. When the work was finally done and the sun began to set, Barnaby walked slowly back to the fence. He found Clover waiting for him. He was too tired to strut, and his head hung low toward the dusty ground. He felt very different than he had that morning. Clover looked at her tired friend. "You worked very hard today, Barnaby. You were the strongest animal on the farm," she said softly. Barnaby sighed a long, heavy sigh. "I think I remember my father now," he whispered. "He wasn't a racehorse after all." "He was a humble, hard-working donkey," Barnaby said, smiling at the memory. He realized that being a sturdy mule was just as good as being a fast racer. He was proud of his father's strength, and he was finally happy to be exactly who he was.